everyone. This is Lay Gases with Marianas Press, bringing you another segment of Beyond the Game. This time, we're joined by the historic 3x3 women's basketball team who competed and won bronze in the Palau Pacific Mini Games. So, with us in person, we're joined by Coach Marlene Lumabi, player Yasmin Yunus, and Kaya Trevilla. And online in Zoom is Kina Rangamar, who is joining us from Hawaii, and Aliyah Fernandez from California. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. So, it's been almost a month since you guys placed on the podium and brought this historic win to the NMI. Has that sunk in yet? Let's start with Coach Mar.
No, I'm still living Palau. I feel like I can never. Maybe right now it hasn't sunk in yet because it was just an amazing experience for all of us, and I think nothing could top it yet. So no, the experience still has not sunk in. The fact we brought home a medal hasn't sunk in. I don't know about the girls, but for myself, I'm still trying to process everything that happened.
So how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same, but especially it's not sunken in. It's kind of made me want more. Like the whole experience in Palau, I definitely learned so much from everything, and I just want to keep going, doing it more.
I think for me as well, it's like it hasn't sunk in. It's what we did was, like you said, historic, and I had so much fun with these girls and having Mar as our coach, and as Yaz said, it did make us want more to keep playing. And yeah, it hasn't sunk in yet. I still have people coming up to me and congratulating us and saying how great we did, and it's a great feeling to know that we also had support from people at home.
So are you, Aliyah?
So I actually feel the same. I still can't get over it. If anything, I catch myself reminiscing weeks ago, and it just still doesn't feel real. The fact that we went to medal round and we came home with something, it's something that I don't know if I'll experience something like that again. It was, despite of course winning the medal, but it was also a personal journey for me, and it just I can't think of anything that can get as good as that. So no, I can't get over it.
Okay, Kina?
Yeah, I think echoing what just everybody is saying, no, it hasn't sunk in yet, but very similar to what Kaya said, I feel like having, everybody still come up and congratulate, or, just still having the reminders and just looking back on the memories that were made, it's crazy to me, and it's still I'm still trying to process it too. Yeah.
Thank you. So, bringing you guys back to that, can you just recap how you guys felt, as that final buzzer sounded and then that bronze medal was clinched? Just give us a little bit of a breakdown of how you felt at that moment.
Well, I was on the sideline, and I bet the pressure is different with the girls inside. And watching them, I was about to bite off my thumb. That's because I was so nervous. I was having an anxiety attack in the side. I was like, man, we're down by 2. The girls are I could see they're so tired. The fatigue has set in, and I was like, man, this is it. If this free throw doesn't go in, I'm sure PNG had something ready for us. They're already setting to go out for a 3-point shot. So when the first free throw went in, I said, okay, this is it. We're up 1. Now all we need is that one, and it's 21, and we're over. So I'm watching the girls. They're all man, they're all locked in. But I could see man, they were scared. They were nervous. I'm glad that our shooter shot her shot, made the last basket. I jumped as high as I could because I was so excited. I was happy. I was glad, and I guess the word is relieved that we're finally done. It was a crazy 9 days for us. It was an experience, but it was also a lot. It was a lot for all 5 of us, and to know that we're finally done, that felt great. And it felt great that we were bringing something home. It wasn't just we stayed competitive, we actually had a bonus, which was our medal. So when it ended, I was relieved. That was the best thing ever. It ever happened.
Yeah, I'd say that game definitely brought like all the emotions out. Like, this is what we've been working for. This is where we take it home, and everything laid all on the floor. After all those games we played, everything, it was not easy at all, but we took it and was able to get that medal and bring it home.
I think after the game ended, as Mar said, it was just like relief, because I feel like we've trained like months, and even competing, it was really hard, like back-to-back games, like barely any time for rest. But as a team, like we all stuck through it, and we were always like holding each other accountable and just lifting each other up. And I think that's what really made the whole experience better. So when the buzzer ended and it was confirmed that we got the bronze, I was just super happy. I was like running onto the court and just hugging and jumping on everybody. But it was nice. It was a great feeling. Yeah.
Thank you, Aaliyah.
So like, I agree. I feel the same way with the girls. Obviously for me, it was shooting the last two free throws, and it was full of like pressure. But I remember feeling like at the moment, or in the moment, I felt very confident at the same time, because I had, especially my point of view, Kina on my left and Yazzie on my right, and all I can remember is seeing just how much these two shots mattered to them, and just overall the feeling, especially when the last free throw went in and we won the game. You could see it in all of our reactions, just the emotions coming out raw. And it was kind of just that feeling of, yes, we won the game, but it's also, yes, it's finally over. The format it's one of the most hardest things that I've ever competed in. And by the last day, the last game, especially playing twice that day, it was very, we were very burnt out already. And just being able to stay strong mentally throughout the entire tournament. Again, you can see it in our reactions. I even remember when the game literally ended and, we got to do our team huddle. I was so caught up in all these emotions that I lost track of Kina, who was literally right next to me. And yeah, just all the emotions coming out, and it's a lot. I can't even pinpoint what exactly I was feeling, but I was just, like Mar said, it was a relief kind of feeling, and just, again, the bronze medal's a bonus to what it really was for us, and it was just, yeah, a great ending for us.
Thank you. Kina?
Yeah, so I think that game for me was the one where I felt the most like confident in our team. Like, although it was, like a back and forth battle from the jump all the way to the end, like I had a lot of faith in us, and I kind of already I kind of knew like that game was ours, just based off of like how much we wanted it. And during our huddle in the beginning, like we talked about it, we're gonna make sure we bring something home, like whatever the outcome of this game, like we're putting everything out there. And that's what we did, down to, I think, even once like Aaliyah got her fouls and she got on the free throw, like I already knew there's just so much trust amongst all of us, and you could just see it through the way that we played.
Thank you. So I know the format was extremely hard. I was there to witness you all like sweating and playing hard the whole day sometimes, right? So that was extremely tough. So more so for the girls, you guys were on the court there. How did you guys, lift each other up with all those tough moments there? I guess you could start with you, Coach, with how you talk to them, right?
Well, first day was rough. I guess we didn't expect that kind of format. I mean, I saw the schedule and I was just like, oh, 2 games, okay. Little did we know we had a 3rd game, right? And honestly, there were days I feel bad for the girls because there was never once we changed to our white jersey. We stick to our blue jersey throughout the whole 9 days. I don't know why that was. They're literally sitting in their sweat, and I was just like, man, I gotta do whatever I can to get their jerseys dry because it was, I don't know how they did it. I was just proud that, that regardless of how the format turned out, that every game we were always mentally checking in. I mean, there were some games we fell off, but the beauty of having a leader on the court and a leader on the team really helped glue everybody together. So the format was there. It was hard, definitely one of the hardest I've ever seen. And I mean, personally, my first time coaching this, I went to Singapore, we thought that was hard. I looked at this format and I was like, I'm expecting my 4 girls to play every single day, 3 games and only have an hour to rest in between. It was crazy. And to top it off, I wasn't coaching, right? I was just basically there it felt like I was just chaperoning and just sitting in the crowd watching. And it was excruciating for me as a coach because I love to coach. I love to give direction, and I couldn't do it. So for me, I would say, man, that was an achievement for you guys. You guys did amazing without even having an actual coach in there, right? So I'm always gonna say I'm proud of them. Like they did great, and they're always gonna do great for me.
So yes, how'd you lift each other up on the court, off the court?
It definitely comes as a team. Like, we have to make sure we're all on the same page, lifting each other up. It definitely helps with someone who is more experienced, such as Aaliyah. Like, she was the leader for all of us, and I definitely think she helped out a lot. And especially after a tough game, of course, Coach Mar did so much for us. She would help us rest, get us what we need, and she played a big role with that too. I think it just helped everyone in general.
For me, I feel like just having that, we really played and acted as a team on and off the court. Even from routine, I feel like that's what really helped uplift us, going into the games. We had a schedule set, we'd wake up, we have to eat breakfast together, we have to do everything together, and that's what I really appreciated because, on the court we are together. So also holding each other accountable, we're not afraid to tell each other what we need to fix and all of that. It's nothing personal, it's really just we all won a medal and we got it, and that's all the steps we took to get there.
So, we had a lot of highs and lows throughout the tournament. Even after, the first day, we of course hit a lot of bumps throughout the entire tournament, every day even. And it just helps that we all want it. We all wanted to win. And so just that, just us sharing that common goal, it really glued us together. And we have, especially as a team, we have our own bond on and off the court. And just, I'd always say, our energies, it really feeds into each other. It got me going, it got everyone going, and us just, we share that passion together and that fire on the court. We took our mental, our approach to our mental strength this tournament is a very big factor. We really prioritized preparation and talking about the game, things that I feel like not a lot of teams do, and we do it, and we did it together. So that was our biggest boost to every game. We knew what we were signing up for. Especially me, it was kind of like a thing where I didn't want to know what the schedule really looked like for the entire tournament. I was just kind of taking it day by day. And again, just like we call it input output in our huddles. We share things, good things, bad things, all of which really helped us stay together and we kept it, we had that mindset where it's like on to the next. We don't like to dwell on mistakes, on anything bad. And it's kind of just a thing that, okay, it happened already. We're going to move on and we're going to do better. So, the medal is a bonus to, or it's really just like proof of what, like, prioritizing things like your mental and your recovery shows. So, yeah, shout out to my team. We really had each other's back, and it was real. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I really like how everybody kind of shared like very intricate details as to how we actually did get through each game. But I think overall it really was just emphasizing like communication on and off the court, and just being so vulnerable with each other, like and being open to that. There were moments where I would like just be on the court and or about to enter a game and be like, man, guys, like I'm not feeling it, like please lift me up, and they would do that, and vice versa. Like just being able to openly put it like be vulnerable. It was enough for us to just trust each other and to just like take it like day by day. That literally was what we were doing, was like day by day, each game. We made sure we had a routine, we stuck to it, and that was that.
When you guys say that this medal is a bonus, but you guys work so hard to get there and to get that, right? So, but beyond that, I know you guys came into this thinking it would be super tough. It's a big qualifier, so you didn't really see yourself up there, or as you said, it was a bonus, right? But minus the medal, though, like how would you guys define success? Outside of that, in your definition of success.
Well, on my end is I'm glad that all 4 girls don't want to quit basketball. They love it more than ever. So that's a win for me. And I always tell myself, as a coach, if I were to ever lose a player because of an experience through basketball, I have failed as a coach. And coming back from Palau, all 4 of them still love it, still want to come back and play, still want to learn. That's a win for me. And one of them is, I'm glad that she wants to come back and keep playing. And at first she didn't want to, but now she wants to even play even more. So for me, that's my success. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought after Palau, I was like, maybe I'm gonna be done coaching and just stick to just trying to grow, development. But after that, I wanted to grow more. Like I got so hungry, and I was like, I want to be a better coach. I want to create more players like them, and instill what I learned to these players. So that's my success on my end.
Yeah, I'd agree. It definitely came down to how I felt after the trip, like this, creating that like hunger for more and wanting to build my experience, my skills. Just after that whole trip, there was a time like I didn't want to even go at all, but this trip made me realize that I have so much to learn and so much to do, and it made me want to push myself even more. So that's a big success in my book.
The success for me is just really being able to step on the court. Like each time I do step on the court, I just get really excited and wanting to learn more. And for me, I was playing in this tournament with an injury, which was also really hard for me. So just to even come out of that, like still uninjured and still recovering and still wanting to learn more, is success for me.
Leah?
For me, what it really was for me is that I just wanted us to compete, again. And I tell these girls all the time at the end of the huddle, like at the end of the day, we're not result driven. I tell them, I don't care if we lose, it's how we lose, at least we go down fighting. So again, for us to even make medal round, you would look at who's going to come down to compete, and it's for us, again, being the underdogs, it's like, wow, even just to make the medal round, to me, that I was really happy. And for us to every game to compete, I saw this clip on Instagram about us winning the bronze medal, and the commentator said it's always a game with NMI, and that to me was what really you know did it for me. Again, every game, every practice, our approach was we wanted to play hard. Other teams were naturally, had an advantage over us, being given they had height or just bigs, and us having no bigs at all. We came out and still showed like we deserve to be here. And again, the medal is a bonus. It's really just us going down there and competing and just qualifying for medal round. For me, it was qualifying for the medal round, and as soon as we did, I was like, okay, we're not going home empty-handed, and we didn't. So yeah, that's what it was for me, just competing, and I would say my whole team did that. We all came out and showed out. So yeah.
For me, I think it was definitely like a two-part success, both like personally and like as a national team. So for me personally, I think it definitely tested my mental strength, my physical capabilities, and just my abilities too to contribute like as a team player. And I think I've definitely grown because of it. And I'm so proud of that. And as a national team, I think it's just honestly like being able to put the NMI like on the map, of course, like Micronesia being able to be on that podium right next to, like such big countries, like Melanesia, Polynesia, like it's new and it's such a proud sight to see, right? And I was telling more prior to this trip, like I want something out of this. Like I want to build something like a legacy of some sort, And so I hope that out of this, for sure, like we're able to encourage more young women, especially in the CNMI, to explore basketball and to pursue this avenue because it's definitely worth it, and we want to make sure that they know that.
So thank you, ladies, for sharing. So we have about less than 10 minutes left, so try to wrap this up. But I want to know, with the players first, what's next for you guys? Now you guys are back home or, pursuing other things. What's next?
For me personally, it's just all about getting back into it, pushing myself, getting better. Like, no breaks here. I see myself going out there, and that's what I'm gonna do.
For me as well, like I'm not gonna stop playing. I feel like it's still like we're still really young and there's still so much to learn and so many other competitions for us to join. And now that we have come back with this experience, we are able to input it into whatever else we do, whatever's next, and yeah, that's what's next for us.
Yeah.
On a basketball standpoint, I plan to, continue to get better, develop my game. If anything, this experience was the beginning in terms of my personal growth. I think that it was definitely a first time for a lot of things, this trip for me. And so I continue to, I plan to come back, and I don't plan to stop until we get gold. So, I plan to come back an even better player than I was at Palau. So, yeah, I'm going to continue working hard, and I'm already excited to come back for the next competition.
Thank you. Gina?
So personally for me, I think definitely prioritizing my education and finishing that is where I'm going in terms of my journey. But I did express that, very similar to what Aaliyah was saying, like honestly, once you get a taste of it, we're hungry for gold. And anytime they need me, I'm here and I'm ready to lace up the shoes and get back on the court, if anything. So.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. Hope to see you again soon representing NMI. We'll be here to document your journey once again. So with Coach Mar, what's next for you?
A lot of things. So next month I leave to Europe for Georgia Tbilisi for a FIBA Europe coaching certification. So that's a 2-year program. Honored to be selected and can't wait to grow because, man, Europe has a different style of basketball, different from the States, different from Australia. So that's an experience I'm excited to do. And there's more coming. I'm not going to announce it yet, but once I do, you'll be the first to hear what that is. It's really growing me. I'm going to be growing as a coach. And never know, maybe next year I'll join the girls and bring home a gold medal with them as a player. But we'll see. We'll see where the world takes me.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. I'm sure you've inspired a lot of the young women who, want to represent NMI or just play basketball and be here with us. So thank you so much. So thank you guys for tuning in this episode. Hope you guys tune in to the next one here with Legaces at Marianas Press.